Hello, Facebook land. How's everybody doing? It's 12:30. That means you and I have an appointment. It's time to discuss it with Drake. Yes, that would be me. So, welcome to episode number 91. That's right. Today's quick topic is how to improve your credit score before you buy a house. And this is actually a two-part series. We're actually going to be continuing it next week. And we're getting really close to episode 100. So, what am I going to give away? Well, you'll need to stay tuned to find out. It'll be a live giveaway and you don't want to miss it. So we're about 9 weeks away from that. So before we get started, keep in mind if you ever miss a live broadcast, just go over to YouTube, type in Drake's Real Estate TV, hit subscribe, and you will never miss an episode. So please say hello in the comments and let's get started. So if you're hoping to buy a house soon, one thing you're going to want to do in advance is improve your credit score, right? Your credit score is a numerical summary of your credit report, a detailed document kind of outlining how well you've paid off your past debts. So to your credit cards, we're also talking about college loans, and any place that you basically owe money. So lenders check your credit score as a way to gauge whether to give you more credit in the form of a home loan. So if your credit score is high, you're considered credit worthy, which bodes well for your chances of getting a good mortgage. If your credit score is low, on the other hand, lenders might worry whether you're going to default on the home loan and possibly deny you the mortgage, or at least charge you a premium for it. Kind of makes sense, right? In other words, a good credit score is key to the home buying process. So here's some credit score basics, like who calculates your credit scores? Well, credit scores are calculated by 3 credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Each of these credit bureaus actually comes up with a small credit score in slightly different ways. For instance, Experian uses your rent payments, your credit report, and credit score. TransUnion factors in your employment history, but rest assured, all 3 of these bureaus' credit scores should be roughly the same. I think I've seen them fluctuate really not more than 3 or 4 points. So credit basis score number 2, how is your credit score calculated? Well, the main variables that go into credit report that make your credit score are the following. Number 1, credit payment history. That's about 35%. This is whether or not you're paying your credit cards on time. Number 2, debt to credit utilization. This is how much debt you've actually accumulated on your credit accounts divided by the credit limit on those accounts. So your debt to credit utilization ratios above 30% work against you. So you want to keep it under 30%, okay? Length of credit history, it's about 15% weight. So longer credit history balances are more favorable than short ones. Ideally, you need at least 6 months to establish credit and have credit score tallied, right? Then there's going to be a basic credit mix. So your credit score goes up if you have different types of credit card accounts, like credit cards, store credit cards, car loans, college loans, stuff like that. And then there's new credit accounts, which account for about 10% weight. So opening up new credit accounts can increase your debt to credit utilization. Although new credit lines may also work against you. How? Well, each time you open up a new credit line, the average length of your credit history decreases. That actually hurts your score. So be sure to weigh the pros and cons of opening new credit accounts. Well, how do you get a free credit score check? Well, if you have no clue what your credit score is, you can actually get a free credit score online at creditkarma.com. You can also check with your credit card company since a lot of them offer a free credit card scores. And then to dive into more details on what determines your credit score, as well as any problems dragging your credit scores down, you'll need to get a full credit report. And you can actually get one of those free once a year at annualcreditreport.com. So what is a good credit score? What is yours? Do you know what yours is? So our credit score can range from 300, never heard anybody that low, up to 850. And 850 is a perfect credit score. So what is yours? Well, here's some general credit score ranges. Like I said, perfect score is 850. If you are between 760 and 849, you have excellent credit. I spent some time there, but I always seem to hover right below that. So good credit scores are between 700 and 759. And then a fair credit score is between 650 and 699. If you're below 650, that's considered a low credit score. So wondering where most people stand, actually the average is about 695. So 695, as you know, is fair, which means that half the people are above it. What kind of credit score do you need to buy a house? Well, it varies on the area and the type of loan. But generally, lenders are looking for a credit score of at least 660 or higher to grant you a mortgage. And although you certainly can get a mortgage with a good credit score, you'll need a credit score of about 740 or higher to get the absolute best rates. So excellent credit score, of course, translates into savings. In fact, on the 30-year fixed, the difference between a good credit score and a bad one can save you about, on an average 30-year mortgage, I think they were talking just over $29,000 over the life of the loan. So it makes a difference. So if you have bad credit, well, there's still hope. The Federal Housing Administration allows borrowers actually with credit scores as low as 500 to qualify for a mortgage with 10% down, and their credit scores must hit 580 to snag loans that require only 3.5% down. So why to check your credit score long before I buy a home? Well, it's important to check your credit score many months before you buy a home. The reason? Well, it takes time to improve your credit score. In fact, one survey by Experian found that 45% people actually wait for their credit scores to improve before applying for a mortgage. They don't just kick back and hope that their credit score improves. It does take some work to improve your credit score and knowing what to do. So if you are in that boat, contact me because I've got guys to help you improve your credit score if that's what you need. Anyways, stay tuned. Come back next week and we're going to talk about specific ways on actually how to do that. So that's all I have for you today. Hope you found the information useful. Come back next week and we'll talk about that. I want to give you a shout out to Realtor.com that actually provided me that information for you today. And as always, don't keep me secret. Share this with everyone you know. And if there's an idea that you'd like me to chat about, like I said, just send it over. I'll get it on the calendar. I hope you have a fantastic week. Be kind. Be kind to one another. Don't forget that, okay? It's important. Don't forget to live, laugh, and love. And until we see each other again next week, when the next move matters, contact Drake for Homes. Thanks, everyone. See you later.